Well, I think Wednesday is, of course, an angsty teenager. Yeah, I think that goes without saying. Um, but I think in this one, we really see her start to question where does she fit in this family, and she feels ultimately different. And so she starts to go on a path of self discovery in a lot of ways and discovery of whether or not she might not be from this family. Of course, Wednesday is incredibly into science, and Cyrus Strange is a character who is a mad scientist in a lot of ways. He's also voiced by Bill Hader, which is so exciting to have him part of this project and bringing that character to life. Because when I remember reading our skits and our scenes, I was like, oh my gosh, who are they going to get to play this character? And I honestly can't imagine they could have found anyone better than him to do that. So yeah, he's a mad scientist. And I think they share that in common, their obsession over science. I think one of my favorite sequences is in the Grand Canyon, when Pugsley really wants to show off to those girls, and she uses her voodoo doll of Pugsley to create an incredible dance and a mating call of sorts to these girls. And actually, Cyrus has a pretty interesting appearance at that point in time as well. I mean, I think if there ever was going to be a camper, this would be the most Adams camper in the world. First of all, the look of it in general, it's dark, it's spooky, it's creaky. It's as if that house is on wheels. And then I think my favorite part of it is the massive pet lion. I think that's something that people usually have a dog or even a cat that comes on board with them with a road trip. But of course, the Adams have a massive lion and the crematorium. You cannot look past that. You always have to have a mobile one just in case. Well, I think the family values that run through the Adams family is something that people can grasp onto throughout history. You know, at the end of the day, they're there for each other no matter what. They support each other no matter what. And, they're spooky, they're different, they're quirky, and I think we all have shades of that within ourselves. It's a true adventure. You know, we literally go on the road with them. We literally jump on this camper, and the story doesn't stop until the ending. And the crescendo is massive. It's a huge payoff at the end with the big fight sequence, a big action sequence. Honestly, it's filled with all the things that we all need after being stuck at home and isolated for the last however long at this point. It's really a wonderful break from reality for a second to jump into the Adams world and to go on a wonderful family fun filled ride. Well, I think we've all really also rounded out our characters. I feel like I know Wednesday so well at this point. When I hop into the booth, we can kind of go into even more directions with her, and I think I feel the same way. Listening and seeing Oscar doing Gomez and Charlize, of course, as my mother Morticia, and it's been really interesting to see everything that us as audiences and as actors learned watching the first one and being a part of the first one and growing out of that into Adam's Family 2 and seeing them out in the world, seeing them on the road, seeing them face against even more obstacles as a family. And again, no matter what, coming together, which is I think is something that we really need right now as a society and as a whole. We need projects like this and we need stories like this that bring us together.